Okay, gonna do a short-ish video. Well, I say it's short, but it's not. It's gonna be around 40-ish minutes, I'd say. So, once again, not much talking. I'm not editing these, unfortunately, because I don't have the ability to edit, so maybe skip ahead to when I actually do something. Is that? No, it's this one. I'm gonna do a lot of it. You can see from the title I'm doing this during the collaboration, so I'm trying to get those mounts. How do you talk like this? Of naked flames? Oh, like a candle or something. If it's a lantern, that's okay. What? Why would you arrange books this way? I'm still wearing my samurai. I was in PvP before. Dang it.
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
No. First of all, let's switch back. Wait, what? One or more items. What? That. Looks fine to me. Okay, now I have no idea what that is. So many books I get to read. What are you saying? No smoking or throwing books at me. Intelligent. Today, no one. Sorry, just making sure I was recording again. Fell in love with the void set. Yeah, I guess if it had a female body, yeah, I get it. We humans. Interesting. I literally went in a full circle opposite to where the dome was. Here. Let's read this. Okay. Nice. Ugh. This music's interesting, but it's a bit bombardic for me.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Man, this is so fun, like this feeling of research and adventure. Like, so unlike what we had before. It's interesting. And like the music lends to it. Oh god, it's so nice. I'm sorry for gushing. Oh dang!
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Adding lore to everything, Jesus! That's, oh my god, that's interesting.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos. How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Void Sent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Damia went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves?
No, same here.
Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Jesus, this is connecting every. It's giving. If you ever redo anything that has the void send now, this just adds to it. Like, you understand what's happening. Like with any subject you learn in school, like, this is just amazing. This is so much fun. My method of laughing is weird. Why did that character do that? He's... Yeah. I just travel to the void world. Teleport there, or just go there? We'll go there. If we build the Atomos, though... Because how do they connect? Like, I get the Atomos can bring the Void Sent. The Rift... Okay, no, I get it. You first make a Rift and connect it to another one. And then just have the Atomos swallow the one in our world. Because it already has a pre-connection. Okay, I was gonna ask, once an Atomos is made, like, how do they connect there? Because now we need to find... We don't need to find it, we have the Rift. The Terra, I mean. I keep calling it the Rift. Hey, Ganesh! I don't recall there being a mention to Ganesha in here. It would have been fun, but... Yeah, whatever. They can't use Shiva, because Shiva is already a primal of the Final Fantasy world, so... I'm talking about the Hindu Shiva. It's pretty cool. I'm more of a Vishnu fan myself, but... Shiva's cool too. No, you guys are already here in the short time that I left. Okay. This should be interesting at least. Am I recording? I need to get a second monitor. He destroyed them. Oh no. It's the old music.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOOOOO reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
Estinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to click there. Trying to let these go through naturally.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
The frog.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
What the hell is this?
Water, water, froth and fire!
I'm never gonna live that down.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
What is this? That's a minion.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
No, keep it. I love it. Makes me laugh.
In any case, these two should serve as well.
Why are you using this
This
music?
one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well. Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Don't. Only Emmett Silk can do that to me.
Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Okay. Who's gonna come out? Oh wait. It's the end of the cutscene, why? Nah, I wanna get a word in anyway. Yeah. Okay. I'm deathly curious now about what's gonna happen.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
That feels bad, dude.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
You just touch it. What kind of scientist are you?
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
They're coming through!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
We need a sample set then.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Una Kalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
As it turns out.
Silver, the adventurer who traveled with the Warriors of Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Ciela, or rather Silver, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Una Kalhai. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries, and I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Really? The first leg of a longer journey. We're definitely not getting a full story about how to deal with 13, but it's a starting point. Yeah. I'm not sure. Come on. Oh, we just get teleported instantly. That's nice. I appreciate that. Where are they? Okay. Yep. Just gonna do those up click. I use the void to find a lost drag. Well, how would you do that? Yeah. Dressing it up. I mean, you could carry it in a box or something. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna use a ticket. It's pretty cheap. If you ask me to spend like 900, then yeah, I'm gonna use a ticket. I have a feeling we're gonna do a lot of jumping around, so I'm gonna save those.
Ah, hey, Sora. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial Atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless? Heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries, you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
Yep, sorry about that. Drop someone.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Mhm.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzatan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
Sorry. Okay, so we're ready for something here. Okay, for sure I'm not going to enter the 13th before I do the 12th. I'm going to do that first, for sure. No, flame. I'm sorry. Yep, this is perfect. Now I have a reason to do the 12 while everyone's waiting. Unless this is the end of the quest line for this entire patch. Ooh, cutscene time. Okay, Golbez. Let's see what you got. God. If we see an ether right somewhere, that'd be interesting. Okay, so Golbez is somewhere else. This is not Golbez. This is a different entity. Who are you? Cape is different, I can tell. No way, is it really you? Xenos? Please, if it's you, buddy, I want to see you. No, you can't just show me this and cut. You have to show his face. It's him. It's clearly him. He ended up here. Same, my friend.
Unless I am returned. To be swallowed, bereft of saviors.
Or is it Necron? I wonder. But no, I think it's Xenos. Just say something familiar, dude, please. No, you can't do that. It's not fair. The pads Endwalker, Boss Quicken, Spirits Stir. We're gonna get the name? The next match? What happened? No! No! Dang it! Okay, we've got Golbez, we got maybe Xenos. That would be cool. I'm gonna cut this here. The next thing will be the 12. Bye, guys.